All right, last match of the draft. This is a great hand. All right, our opponent had some connectivity issues, but appears to be here now, so let's jam this. All right. Kind of want to play the turn 3 Bloodbriar, but at the same time, I want to deny some existence. I want to deny that things exist. Quilled Wolf. All right, that's Bloodbriar here. So I can play Survivalist here. I think I just attack and then play Survivalist. I kind of want my opponent to invest in this conduit, because then I can deterrence it. Which is actually kind of brutal. Pretty shocked my opponent blocked there, to be honest. Like, I don't know why they would want to trade a Conduit of Storms for a combat trick, but they successfully called our bluff there, so they did it. They did it. Well, I'm not going to call their bluff because that is way too bold of an attack. Kind of just want him to flip that conduit. Can we be so lucky? Perhaps not. Alright, so what's the play now? I can Lurker the Outcast on top of their deck. At the cost of my Survivalist. So maybe I just attack with Survivalist. And then Lurker? Another option is to attack with Survivalist. Play Quilled Wolf, leave up deterrence. I think we're just going to attack with Survivalist here. And play the Lurker. I want it to be a little bit better than it is, but it'll do. So, say my opponent has Borrowed Hostility. They can't kill both my guys, and I can kill... They could first strike kill my Lurker, but then I kill them. So, this time I can double block if my opponent attacks with Conduit. And even if they play the 5th land, we can still double block. plays around Borrowed Hostility pretty well, and it plays around like a bounce spell pretty well as well. Did kind of want to land there so I could leave up the deterrence. Conduit number 2. Jeez. Well, geez. Oh, let's see here. All right. Let's swing with Lurker. All right. We'll bounce the one of them. Kill that. And what do we want to do now? We can play a Loam Dryad. It makes worse use of mana, but it lets us do more things next turn. Like Quilled Wolf plus Deny Existence. So I think we're going to do that. Or if we draw a land, Scab plus Deny Existence. Which is also good. Alright. That is tolerable. Fortune's Favor. Well, that's not bad either. So let's get in there with the Lurker. Taking it. Taking it to the street. Alright, let's play Quilled Wolf. Leave up the old Deny Existence. Kind of want my opponent to play something enormous, because then I can counter it while he's tapped out and still smash. If I draw land, I could smash in for 11 with the Quilled Wolf and the Lurker. But we'll see how bold my opponent's attacks are now. Ooh, well, I deny you passage, sir. God, it's so satisfying to see Loam Dryad do something. You're not going to attack with Outcast, would you? That'd be crazy. You're almost at 7 lands. How could you attack? I mean, I want you to, but it is insane. Huh. Land problems continue. So, main phase, Fortune's Favor, so I could maybe get a land and play it. Guess I can do that. But it's probably still better to do it on my opponent's turn. I'm really surprised my opponent's blocking there. It's surprising. Alright. So I can main phase Fortune's Favor. The problem is it tells my opponent what they have to deal with. So I think we do actually wait. Sadly. Ingenious Scab would have been a fine play too. Especially since we're pressuring our opponent, but I kind of want to draw some action here. And I want to do it on my opponent's turn. So if they know what they have to deal with, they don't know until the end of their turn. So they can't, like, you know, keep up mana that they may have to. Fortune's Favor is a pretty sweet card. I like it. Backwoods Survivalists and 3 cards. That would indicate lands. I think I'm still going to take the 3 cards, even if they are 3 lands. All right. I feel like I got the better end of that. So my options. I can attack with Quilled Wolf. Pump if my opponent blocks. Can also attack with Bloodbriar, though, too. But then the problem is I can't... No, I can. Okay, we're going to do that. Oh, wait. Then I can't use... I see. We're just going to attack with the Bloodbriar. That way I don't have to invest mana in Quilled Wolf. Because I kind of don't want to. I just want to play everything in my hand. And by everything, I mean a Wicker Witch and a Scab, I guess. So, I guess we're going to trade Bloodbriar for a Trick. Huh. Well, that's weird. Alright. That's fine. Makes me wish I'd attack with the Quilled Wolf, but... And not having anything here is a bit painful, but that's alright. Alright, so let's jam a Scab and a Wicker Witch. So my opponent can flip the Conduit, but we're still kind of ahead on the race, I think. Like, if my opponent attacks with Conduit, we do have to take it. Alright, take a damage from that. So next turn we can pump Quilled Wolf and still play Gnarlwood Dryad. Alright. I guess now my opponent can't transform the Conduit until post-combat at least, unless they play a land. So that does mean I'm going to block the Conduit. We're just getting War of Attrition enough where I need to... Basically every point of damage is starting to count here, so I need to block. Tricks for days, huh, son? I got tricks for days, son. I got tricks for days. I'll just keep playing them. And I say, okay, I guess. I guess you're right. You will just keep playing them. All right. So, ooh. Well, Infiltrator, once again, not looking so good. So here's the play. We play the Gnarlwood Dryad. We attack with the Quilled Wolf. I think my opponent probably doesn't block, yeah. So I don't really want to tap my Dryad, which would let my opponent attack with the Conduit. Which means I can play Field Creeper plus Infiltrator. I'd have to be completely tapped out if I deal... Well, maybe it's just worth it. Alright. Alright. Let's do it. Take my opponent to 5. It's a lot of damage. Alright. It's pretty good against our board. Oh, geez. Look at the value. Look at that value. My opponent is living in Value Town right now. They must just be in love with the value that they're yielding right here. Look at this value. He gets to attack with Conduit. And then with the post-combat mana he generates, he gets to play Press for Answers. My opponent is just in love with his life right now. What an amazing last card to have. My opponent's so happy. Land and 2 X1s. That seems really valuable right now against a Weaver of Lightning. And a Thermo Alchemist. Wow, that was an amazing draw. Pretty nice series of cards there from my opponent, huh? Pretty impressive. Shreds of Sanity into Press for Answers, Spreading Flames. It's pretty sweet. All right, let's go to game 2 here. So red-blue, which is a good archetype, of course. And I think we want to keep... Well, have we seen flyers? I don't think we... No, Nibless of Frost. Yeah, there's probably some other ones in there too. So we'll bring in the clip wings, and we'll cut something. Maybe is Permeating Mass good? Yeah, it actually is pretty good. My opponent's got some beef. Ground beef, too. Ground beef. Cut the Grit. My opponent's got Spreading Flames, which Grit's only, like, marginally good against. What are the other removal spells? Press for Answers. That one's kind of a good one to counter, I guess. Sort of. I guess I can cut Grit. I probably should just cut a creature, though, right? Maybe like a Wicker Witch. Or a Field Creeper, actually. Rather have the Witch. All of them are bad against stuff and things. You know what I'm talking about. Weaver of Lightning. Alright. We'll play first. I wish. I think we got a mulligan. Alright. This one will keep. Fourth land. It's actually kind of good here. I think I'm going to see a land in the next 3 turns. If not, alright, I'll take the punishment. Alright, worked out fine. Well, I hope my opponent has a Nibless of Frost in their hand. That'd be sweet. I think we'll take it. Oh, that's kind of cool. So let's swing with the Scab. Play the Survivalist. Put a card on the bottom of their library. All right. Take the Forge Master. Kind of want my opponent to miss a land drop here. That'd be cool. All right. It's pretty cool. So I can play the Lurker. Put the Conduit on top of their deck. It's not that bad, actually. It's pretty good. So we'll sack the Scab. Put this... Could put the... Actually... I think actually the Conduit. This lets them scry it to the bottom to find a land. But I feel like if I put the Geist on top, my opponent could still jam out a 4-drop by by attacking into my thing with the conduit, possibly having a combat trick in hand. Honestly, likely having a combat trick in hand. 5 non-landers, you know? So, unfortunately, I do have to play around Abandon Reason. What did my opponent did bottom the conduit, looking for the land. We're going to take the Forge Master. There's just no reason to throw away a Lurker to an Abandon Reason. Somehow my opponent is keeping pace with me here, though. Which is kind of crazy. Stormrider Spirit's not bad. Alright, we're just gonna jam out a Stormrider Spirit here. I should have actually played it on my turn, so the dude didn't flip. But I can offer the block too, which actually seems fine. Like, I'm more than willing to trade the Spirit for a combat trick, even though I am ahead on the race. Like, I'm just gonna block it. This kind of puts my opponent in a weird position too. Huh. That's fascinating. So, my opponent wants to kill me with Uncaged Fury. Okay. That actually makes sense. So, I play the Scarecrow. I guess my opponent kills me with land, press for answer, Uncaged Fury. Which is totally possible. They forgot to ping me. I guess that's good. Alright. So we'll go to game 3. Opponent's deck looks sweet. Definitely a sweet deck. Alright. Let's keep on keeping on here, I guess. Ooh, this hand's good. We'll keep it. How awkward is our clip wings? That is that's a legit question here. Because we know our opponent's got a Nibless of Frost. Opponent mulled a 5. They can still win. They have a really strong deck. What was I saying? Oh, because we know they have a Nibless of Frost. Not irrelevant. But I don't know. Alright. No land play. Let's go for Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are? Oops, I could have played Survivalist there. My bad. My bad. All right. Looks like opponent lost it to, I assume... Oh, looks like they took off. All right. Well, he said good games. Clearly, he was probably bothered by the land scroll. So, ended up winning with pretty mediocre deck, which is, hey, mediocre gets there, right? Right? Isn't that how it always is? Yeah, I mean, there was absolutely nothing special about this deck. In fact, 0 removal deck just won. So, yes, miracles can happen, especially when your opponents get land screwed. So, we'll take it. Hey, we'll take it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back for more drafting soon. And all in time for my soccer match, too. How perfect. All right, we'll see you for the next one, guys.